Hello, everyone. This is Richard from Modern Healthspan. Table tennis, with its mixture of physical and mental activity, is being used as a therapy for dementia, as well as a way of holding off cognitive decline. Let's look at what makes table tennis so healthy for the brain as well as the body. Also, in the last year, I have taken up table tennis with some seriousness. I will explain why I think table tennis deserves a slot in my longevity protocol. I will use this review paper as a base to understand table tennis's benefits for brain health and prevention of dementia. At a high level, what are the benefits of table tennis? The rules are simple and physical requirements are minimal. It does require high levels of coordination and concentration to predict the flight of the spinning ball. The amount of movement depends on the level of play, and people, even with limited mobility, can enjoy the game. There is no physical contact, and injuries are rare. Improvements from table tennis include in hand-eye coordination, mental acuity, reflexes, balance, and leg and arm and core strength. In this list, balance is very important, given the danger of falls in older people. Table tennis is also a social sport where social interaction is correlated with increased lifespan. Table tennis seems to have larger positive influence on cognition than other sports, potentially because of the speed of play and the use of multiple muscle systems and brain networks. It has been shown to have therapeutic benefits in a range of illnesses, including Parkinson's and mild mental disabilities. Table tennis is an active sport and can be quite aerobic. Exercise has been shown to improve brain health in several ways. These benefits are not unique to table tennis, but a quick review. Cardiovascular risk factors such as high blood pressure, diabetes, high cholesterol, and obesity can cause hardening of blood vessels in the brain, which leads to strokes and reduced blood flow, leading to reduced cognitive ability. Exercise has been shown to reduce these risk factors, so this may be one of the best ways of reducing cognitive decline. Aerobic exercise increased brain-derived neurotrophic factor, or BDNF, and IGF-1, which help with brain plasticity and growth, particularly in the hippocampus, the main area used for memory formations. Also, increased vascular endothelial growth factor, or VEGF, which upregulates the growth of new blood vessels and so helps with blood flow into the brain. Open skill sports, such as table tennis, where the participant must react to unpredictable events, increase BDNF more than closed skill sports, such as running or weight training, all of which helps to slow cognitive decline. Amyloid plaque buildup is one of the pathologies of Alzheimer's, and there is a negative correlation between physical activity and increase in amyloid beta. Physical activity appears to promote amyloid beta turnover, which may reduce the formation of the plaques. Blood flow in the brain decreases with age and is an issue in Alzheimer's and vascular dementia, where reduced blood flow means that nutrients cannot get to the neurons. This means that they function less well and may eventually die. Exercise has been shown to increase blood flow and may increase gray matter and white matter volume. And exercise decreased neuroinflammation as measured by such markers as CRP and interleukin-6, and was also correlated with improved performance on cognitive tests. Here are a couple of studies which looked at the cognitive benefits of table tennis, showing that they extend beyond just the ability to play table tennis itself. The first comes from Japan and used the Kana pickout test to evaluate cognitive ability. Kana is the syllabic writing system in Japan, and the test is a dual task test requiring working memory and executive function. Among adults over 50, table tennis players obtained higher scores on the Kana pickout test than non-players. The graph shows the results of people who play table tennis more than 4 hours a week when compared to control group who did not play, with the scores on the y-axis and the age on the x-axis. The table tennis players had consistently higher scores, showing improved cognition. The second paper looked at college athletes who are proficient in table tennis against non-athletes. The test was on a computer and looked for response time and correctness in response to arrows which were briefly flashed on the screen. The executive network was significantly faster for the table tennis players. In both of these studies, the control groups were non-athletes rather than athletes who practiced a different sport. So it is not certain that it is the table tennis or the exercise which is giving the benefit. And it would have been nice if they had included other athletes rather than non-athletes. In summary, table tennis is both a physical activity, which can be quite aerobic, and requires good coordination, fast reflexes, and strategic thinking to play well. The changes in the brain initiated by regular play improve the motor-related areas, visual cortex, and frontal lobes, leading to improved coordination and executive function. So table tennis is an excellent physical activity for maintaining brain health. Table tennis is not only theoretically helpful for Alzheimer's and other forms of dementia, but is also being used as a form of therapy for them. The BAT Foundation promotes table tennis as a therapy for Alzheimer's in the UK, where they work with care homes and other institutions to get the residents active with the sport. Although not a cure, it can provide an improvement in the quality of life for the participants. In 2019, a documentary was made of one of the participants of their program. Although he had Alzheimer's, when playing table tennis, he was more active and in a much better mood. Table tennis is also used internationally as therapy for Alzheimer's, and the BAT organization in the UK was founded based on experience in Japan and the US. There was even a worldwide table tennis championship for people with Alzheimer's in Crete last year. For an example, in the US, we'll use Parkinson's and the Pingpong Parkinson's organization, which is active in the US promoting this therapy. They will have a World Parkinson's non-competitive tournament in October this year. As I mentioned at the beginning, I have taken up table tennis. I have a coach and I'm playing it 5 or 6 times per week. My aim is to be proficient in it so I can continue to play into my 80s and beyond. Based on what I've already covered, here is how I think about choosing a longevity sport and why I think table tennis is the best fit. The first is that it should be something that I can competently play when I'm 80 or older. Although table tennis can be quite aerobic, if you are skilled, you can have a good game without too much movement, so you can continue as long as you are mobile. It has a low risk of injury. As we get older, any form of enforced rest leads quickly to loss of function and loss of muscle mass, and is very difficult to gain back. So avoiding injury is of paramount importance. It is an all-weather and all-season sport that is mostly played indoors and is convenient and inexpensive, as it does not require a large space to play or much specialized equipment. I've put these together as they all contribute to continuity of play. In the same spirit as the best diet is the one that you will stick with, I think the best sport is the one that you will continue with. Social interaction has been associated with longevity, and table tennis is a social sport. It is played in pairs or as doubles and is a great way to meet people. It is what is known as an open skill exercise, which means that it requires performing motor skills in an unpredictable environment. As we covered above, this may have its own cognitive benefits. It also improves proprioception. Proprioception is the ability to sense where we are in space and how we are moving and what force is being exerted. It is important for movement and balance. According to scientific research, the top sports which are associated with longevity are racket sports. Number 1 is tennis, and number 2 is badminton, though table tennis was not included in these studies. So there are certainly alternatives to table tennis, which provide some or all of the same benefits. I personally find that table tennis best fulfills the 5 criteria that I listed above to make a sport most beneficial for longevity. It's also great that it's being used as a drug-free therapy for Alzheimer's and Parkinson's. One added benefit for me is that Mrs. Modern also plays table tennis, so it is always easy to find a partner, and it's something that we can work on together. I hope this makes sense. Please let me know in the comments below what sports you do and how you think of them with respect to longevity and health span. Thank you for your attention, and I wish you all well.